I've created over 1,000 UGC videos, and skit style videos are hands down my most requested and best performing UGC videos. But most creators are massively underusing this style of video. So today I want to share with you 5 creative ways that you can film skit style videos so that brands want to hire you again and again and again. My name is Sydney and I'm a multi-6-figure UGC creator, and I've trained over 218 women how to start their UGC business. And on this channel, I teach you exactly how to build and grow your own UGC business. There are 3 reasons that I love skit style videos so much. Number 1 is they are so fun to film, create, and it just gives something that's like a little different than your boring testimonial style video. Number 2, they're very entertaining on the feed. They don't feel like actual ads, and they are more likely to stop the scroll because they feel like organic content, feels like they're just watching something entertaining going on. There are so many TikTokers that grew just from doing these skit style videos, and it's obvious why. They're extremely entertaining. So why wouldn't we take that format and put it into an advertisement to get the same results? And number 3, this is probably my favorite. You can say the quiet thing out loud. And what I mean by that is every single day we're getting advertised to, and a lot of people have advertisement fatigue. And so whenever they see an advertisement, the first thing that the brain thinks is like, this is not real, or let me be skeptical, or something along those lines. With a skit style video, what you can do is you can really, really quickly build trust because you can say the quiet thing out loud. You can say the doubts that the consumer is having. You can say the things that people are constantly kind of butting up against this product with. You can say the limiting beliefs, the hesitations, the doubts that any consumer would have about any product. You can work it organically into the conversation and then go ahead and flip those beliefs because you have 2 characters having a really organic conversation. So it allows you to build a lot of trust, be super entertaining, and offer something to brands that is not normally what they're putting on the feed. So these ads tend to outperform by far my other advertisements that I send, including testimonial style, product demos, things like that. So this is oftentimes the first type of video that I offer to a brand, and it's my most commonly requested one because I've done so many of them. So the first thing you can do is more of a regular style skit, but I'm gonna give you 3 different ways that you can utilize this so that you can see the versatility in skit style videos. The first one is the let me show you. Wait, you're not claiming any tax deductions? I am. I just don't need spreadsheets and receipts to do that. What do you mean? Oh, okay, give me your phone. Just download Keeper and link your bank account. It'll scan your transactions from the year and it will find your tax deductible expenses automatically. Look at how much it's already found you in savings. But can you file your taxes through them? Yep, they even add those savings directly to your tax return when you file them. So your tax bill automatically goes from this to this. If you haven't filed your taxes yet, try Keeper for free. This is where you have 2 characters. One is doing it the wrong way or the old way, and one is doing it the new way that is going to integrate the product. This can be really great for something like a tech product. I do a lot of skits for tech products and apps and things like that, as you saw in the example. But you could even implement this with a food product, right? Maybe you have the old version where you're slaving over the stove every night and you have all of these vegetables that you have to chop, or you have all these limiting reasons why you can't eat healthy. And the other version of the person is going through these meal preps or meal kits that come with everything you need to make a meal, and you don't have to cook all at once and you don't have to do all the chopping and blah, blah, blah. So this style video can be integrated into almost any niche, but basically you have one person that's doing it poorly and one person that's doing it better. And they basically are like, oh, let me show you, give me your phone, give me your computer, or let me take you into my home and show you, let me just prove it to you. As you can see, this is a super organic kind of conversation. Character that's like almost irritated that the other person doesn't know about how obvious this quote unquote life hack is. The next one that's more of a regular style skit is gonna be a phone call with an expert. This is where you have one character that's just kind of crashing out. They're freaking out about something. Here's an example of that. 911, yeah, it's me. I'm about to hit my vape again. I need help. Okay, I need you to stay calm. Put the vape down and back away slowly. I've tried everything. Gum patches, hypnotizing, YouTube videos, nothing works. Have you tried Quit Vape? What's that? It's an app. It tracks your vape-free days, your money saved, and even your health progress. It makes quitting actually doable. Okay, but what do you do when the cravings hit? Just breathe, literally. The app has guided breathing exercises, panic mode for your worst moments, and even a chat AI assistant that talks you through it. Okay, but wait, that's actually kind of amazing. Plus, it helps you log your moods and cravings so that you can figure out what you're triggers actually are. Set reminders for why you're quitting, and then if you need extra support, there's a whole community inside the app. So you're telling me it's like a whole quit system in my phone. Exactly. You're not alone in this, and you don't have to white knuckle it anymore. Download Quit Vape and quit vaping today. This is where you have one character that's kind of crashing out. Like they are freaking out about something that is just causing so much emotion, so much drama. For example, in the video that I showed you, they are trying to quit vaping and they call an expert up and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Like, help me. And the expert gives them the product or the solution that they are going to start utilizing to help with their dramatic problem. This works really well if you have like an authoritarian figure that you can use, like a dermatologist or a doctor or a plumber or whatever, depending on the product and niche you're working in. But basically, you have somebody that's freaking the F out over some kind of drama that's happening in their life, some problem that they're having, something they're trying to quit, something that they're feeling really strongly. And then you have the expert that is helping them through this situation. I like to do a phone call where I clip my phone onto my slipper. I've used this slipper for like every single skit that I've done in this style because I just think it's funny looking, but you could use anything for the phone, and this also serves as like a visual hook. Like, why is this slipper up to her ear? That's weird. The way you could integrate this for like a bed or some sheets would be to have maybe the person freaking out about this hard bed that they're sleeping in and they're always sweating, and maybe they call up Heaven and they say, hey Heaven, can I come early because I need to sleep on a cloud tonight? And Heaven's like, you don't actually need to come here to sleep on a cloud. You can go sleep on this mattress. Okay, this could be a creative way that you could have a calling the expert. The third one for this regular style skit is I know a better way. Now you could do this as a phone call or a conversation, but it's almost the opposite of calling the expert. I'll show you an example. Okay, that'll be $10,627, please. $10,000, but I only made $45,000 for my side hustle. Correct, but that was self-employed 1099 income, which means taxes aren't withheld from your paychecks and you need to pay us in full now. She doesn't know that I use Keeper. Actually, I'm claiming $6,000 in tax deductions with Keeper, so my tax bill is way smaller. Well, good luck with claiming those properly or we'll be hitting you with an audit. Actually, Keeper uses 300 plus automated checks and human tax pros to make sure every deduction is legit. Like my home office, phone bill, gas, supplies, and like 88 other things that I have to write off. If I'm ever unsure about a write-off, I can just ask Keeper. They even have a tax expert double check my tax return before sending it to the IRS. Fine, who told you this? Keeper. It's super accurate, easy to use, and free to try. In this example, character one is calling the IRS and asking why they owe this much money, and the IRS is like, you're just basically SOL, like you owe this much money because you have self-employed taxes and too bad. And the other character is like, she doesn't know that I know a better way. So again, this is essentially the reverse of calling the expert. This is where you are pointing out that, you know what, this expert says that this is the only way, but I know a better way. So I'm gonna tell you the better way. Inside UGC Mastery Academy, we teach you step by step, hand in hand, how to create UGC videos that brands actually want and are gonna get you paid premium prices. If you're interested in learning more about how you can become a part of UGC Mastery Academy, head on over to my Instagram and message me the word YouTube. Again, like I said, this can be integrated on the phone in an in-person conversation. I'm thinking something maybe like pots and pans where you're calling up a chef and you're like, oh my gosh, why is everything sticking to my pots and pans? I have the most terrible pots and pans. My food tastes like plastic. Like, I don't even know what to do. And the chef's just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, that's just how it is. And then you go, but he doesn't know that I know about blah, blah, blah. That example wasn't as good as the phone call with the expert, but I'm giving it to you off the top of my head. So, you know, the one thing I'll say with all of these style videos is part of the visual hook is that you are not facing the camera. Part of the thing that sucks the viewer in and makes them realize it's about to be a skit and not about to be a normal talking to camera video is that you are facing somebody off of camera. So make sure that when you're filming this, you're doing that. Don't film this like you're having a conversation with the camera and then the other person is having a conversation on the other side of the camera. It just doesn't offer the same visual hook. The other thing you want to know is that filming each person separately is going to be the easiest way to do this. So what you want to do is you want to sit down and film all of person one's lines, go change your clothes, change your location, change your angle, whatever you're going to change, and then go film all of person two's lines. That way in editing, you can just put them in and edit the conversation back and forth instead of person one and then person two and then person one and then person two, because that's gonna be a lot of changing, a lot of back and forth, and it just makes filming a skit not fun. The second style video that you can do is more of a clone effect. Now, this has been going viral so much on social media right now, and every single time I offer this to a brand, it performs so well. I'll show you an example. We sent out 50 gifted packages and barely anyone posted. That's crazy because we use the lobby and 90% of our creators actually share. We're chasing DMs, contracts, and spreadsheets. The lobby standardizes everything, partnerships, shipping, even requests, all in one place. We literally never know which creators are reliable until it's too late. The lobby connects us with vetted, accountable creators that brands already trust. Most of the content that we get feels really staged. The lobby's creators focus on authentic, storyline-driven content that actually feels organic. Sourcing creators takes us weeks. With the lobby, we can request exactly what we need, even super niche creators like acne-prone skin specialists. It is so hard to keep track of what's already been delivered. The lobby backend pulls in content automatically and tracks every single collaboration. Our campaigns feel so messy and disconnected. The lobby makes it super simple to build high-quality relationships that feel like an actual community. Post a campaign for free in 5 minutes and start getting inbound requests with the lobby today. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can implement the clone effect. You can do it as just the hook. You can do it for the whole video. You can do it as two comparing people that you're contrasting, comparing whatever. You could do this as two people that are having a conversation like a normal skit. The biggest thing to remember with the clone effect is that you are always on screen in character. So even if clone 1 is talking, then you need to make sure that clone 2 is doing something, paying attention, listening to clone 1. But you can't just film your lines back to back to back to back to back without having any dead space in the center where you're watching the other clone speak or letting the other clone talk. So being mindful of that when you're filming is the biggest recommendation that I can give you with this clone effect. And if you want to learn how to edit the clone effect, I'm going to link my 6 viral editing hacks video down in the comments. You can go and click on that. It's so simple. Once you see how to edit it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is the easiest thing ever. It looks way more intricate than it actually is. The third type of UGC video is going to be the FaceTime style video. Now I'm going to show you an example. Hey girl, what's up? Hey, I saw those photos that you posted from Europe. Your skin looks amazing. What are you using? Yeah, I actually have it right here. It's Pear soap. It's made with glycerin, which has similar effects to the skin as hyaluronic acid. What? No way. I know, and it's so affordable. It's honestly my best kept secret. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to give that a try. Yeah, you have to let me know if you try it. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know. Thanks, girl. In the FaceTime style video, very much like the clone style video, with the FaceTime style video, you are constantly on camera. So even if person 1 is talking, person 2 needs to be acting, doing something, listening, interacting, giving visual cues, or making visual expressions, or something along those lines. Because if you don't, then it's just gonna look really awkward and jumpy and cutty. I actually stopped doing the FaceTime style ones because filming them is kind of a pain. Mostly because I'm a perfectionist and I don't want it to look like I'm cutting back and forth. Like I don't want a million cuts in there. So I try to do this all in one fluid video filming. I sit down and film line 1 of person 1 and then pause as long as I think person 2 is talking, and then film line 2 and then pause. I try to do it all in one continuous motion without having to do cuts, which can be really difficult because you don't know how long you actually have to pause in between. So don't be a perfectionist like me. Maybe just allow yourself the cuts. This style video is really unique. It breaks up the feed and it allows you to have a FaceTime conversation with yourself. It almost feels like when you're watching the advertisement that you're on FaceTime. It feels like you are almost intruding or invading on a conversation between two friends that are like, oh my God, girl, you will not believe what product I found. I can't believe I found this. I can't believe how much it's changed my life. I can't believe. You literally feel like you're in the middle of this conversation and like you're invading on their FaceTime. This marketing psychology allows you to build trust really quickly because it feels organic, feels authentic, even though it's you talking to you. I don't know. Our brain chemistry is weird, okay? The fourth style that you can do is an interview style. This is where you're going to have somebody off camera asking you a question and then you're going to answer the question as you would normally. You can also do this in like a podcast style where you would be kind of making it look like you're talking to somebody off camera, but you're doing a podcast. Again, part of the visual hook with the podcast thing is that you are facing off camera because it looks like you're talking to somebody else off camera. I'm going to show you an example of the interview style though.
What is the one piece of advice you'd give to creators struggling to grow on Instagram right now?
Stop letting it take over your life. Sometimes you just need to take a step back and simplify the process. I used to spend hours and work so hard on my content only for it to flop. And then I realized I was just working too hard because most other creators were letting AI do the work for them. Here, let me show you. This interview style can be even more effective if you do it in person and you just kind of randomly bump into somebody on the street and end up giving them an interview. I know you have seen those interview style videos where people are chasing people down, like the rich people down, and they're like, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, when did you earn your first $1 million? Those feel organic. They feel like they're not planned. They feel like they are just out of the blue. And some of them may be, but I'm telling you that most of them are probably not organic. Most of them are probably planned. But doing something like that out in public adds stakes to the video, which makes people more interested, more engaged. People are like, oh my God, they're literally filming this out in public. They literally just bumped into a random person. And how did they do that? It feels organic. It feels authentic. It feels really easy to watch. I love an interview style because you can answer a bunch of questions all in a row. If you do multiple questions and do an interview for the whole video, you can also fit some things in that you just normally wouldn't be able to flow into a video very easily, or like don't need an entire video. I guess I'm kind of breaking the fourth wall for you guys and telling you that most of those interviews that you're seeing on social media are not real, but sorry. The fifth and final type is the future you. This is where you almost have like a hologram of yourself, or you almost have a future version of yourself coming back to talk to a present version of yourself. Maybe you're about to make a mistake, you're about to make a stupid decision, you're about to buy something incorrectly. Whatever the problem is that future you is trying to stop you from making this problem. Let me show you an example. And purchased. Hold up, buddy. That's a tax write-off.
What do you mean?
You're going to use that for your side hustle, which means you can just claim it on your taxes as a write-off.
Okay, but how would I even do that?
Oh my God, give me your phone. Download the Keeper app and let it scan your expenses for tax deductions. That thing you just bought and the 34 other things you bought for work this year all get automatically flagged as potential deductions. Look at all these deductions you weren't claiming. Your Wi-Fi, your phone bill, your supplies.
Damn, I forgot about all those.
Yeah, this is how much you could be saving. Then you can file your taxes right on Keeper's website. Try it for free with the link below. In this example, future tax season me is like, hey girl, are you actually going to do these things in tax season or nah? Because we need to make sure that you are set up in place and you're doing these things throughout the year, or else you're going to hate yourself at tax season. It's almost like the big sister, big brother version of yourself that's like, hey, this is some helpful advice that future you would like to tell you. It's like if I could go back and tell 20-year-old me some life advice, like what would I say? Once you get skit style videos down and you start creating them and seeing how they can be utilized in every single niche, no matter what product you're talking about, no matter what business you're working with, no matter what brand is hiring you, you're going to see them everywhere and how fun you can integrate them in. You can be different characters like customers, future you, sales reps, but you can speak directly to the brand's target audience as if you are them and answer all of their questions, concerns, and really make an impact that actually converts to sales in a really entertaining and engaging and fun way, because UGC is supposed to be fun. And you know what? Just because I like y'all, I'm gonna give you one bonus one. This is called the multi-character. Let me show you. Hey, I'm just circling back on that thing that I never told you about. Client feedback just came in at 2 a.m. They want version 6 done by end of day. Hey, can you send me a quick recap of everything the team's working on? Just like real quick, you know? Hey, can someone cover the meeting that I forgot I was leading in like 10 minutes? I guess that's worth a shot. Okay, so AI just literally laid out every project automatically down to the hour, tracked every deadline and status, and tells you what everyone's working on in real time. It even took my notes for me at my last meeting. Okay, problem solved. Back to the real work. In this version, you're speaking to a very specific niche, and you're almost calling out all of the niche issues that happen within this niche. You're over-exaggerating, making a funny about all of the different problems that can happen inside of a niche, and then you are having the last character be somebody that is using the product as a solution and is better than all of the other problem characters. Again, this is using humor and little funnies to make jokes and kind of poke holes at a certain niche, and then brings in the product as a solution. If you got all the way through this video and you're like, I want to try these, but I need somebody to help me walk through step by step exactly how to film, edit, everything, then UGC Mastery Academy is for you. If you're interested in learning more about how you can work one-on-one with me and my team to become a UGC creator and get paid premium prices for videos like the ones that I showed you in this video, then head on over to my Instagram and send me a DM with the word YouTube. We'll have a real one-on-one chat and we'll see if UGC Mastery is a good fit for you.